What up? What up, everybody? We back with another edition of the Post Up. I'm your man Yells here. Today I got the hot one with me. Rick Blaze in the building. How you doing, man?
Shell Wayne Chicken Wings. What's going on, brother? I'm doing good and I'm ready to go.
Ready to go? Ready for a great matchup tonight? We got a couple of really good ones on tap. Uh, Yeah, a couple of really good ones on tap. Actually, we got Best Coast Ballers looking for some redemption here, trying to get it going against the Bad Boys basketball out in Detroit, and we got SimWorld Europe heading into our hometown, H Town, where we're
Yeah.
recording live from here today. So H Town Hoopers, freshly removed from the wonderful Coach Ballerz, going to be coached by interim coach UB Brown, hosting SimWorld Europe. So we got some stuff on deck. But first up, Rick. First up, man. Down goes Heartland, one of the last two undefeated teams last night. Heartland lost a tough one, man. Are you concerned? They lost to Philadelphia. It was a good looking game for well, I take that back. It was an ugly game for both teams, but it was a great victory for Philadelphia. But on the other side of that, you have any concerns for Heartland, or was that just a loss? What's your thoughts?
No, it's just a loss. I mean, we didn't expect All In to go undefeated this season. We knew at some point in time they was going to lose, and they're going to lose again. They lost to a really good team in Philadelphia, whose defense is a staple. And if you Heartland, you got to feel a little not too bad about the loss because your main guy Bernari shot a terrible percentage, and you guys were still in the game. So I think they know they're going to the locker room saying, "Hey, we shoot better. We have a chance to get this win." So I wouldn't think too much on it. I'm sure they're looking forward to having another opportunity to play those guys again down the road.
Okay, Rick Blaze, not concerned at all, so he says. We'll see.
Nope.
Welcome to the show, though. Showtime basketball went up to the 6-6-6-6-6. They pulled out a nice victory. Cole Webb put up 28 points in 21 minutes. He's been rolling, I believe. Showtime has won four straight after an offseason where Cole Webb did not look so stellar. I think yourself, myself, we all had a bit to say about how he may or may not perform this season. But after the game one's out the way, he's gotten rolling here. Were we wrong about Cole Webb? And more importantly, can he sustain what he's doing all season under the bright lights out in LA?
You asked me what we wrong that he was shooting bad in the scrimmages. No, I wasn't wrong at all. I could see it with my own two damn eyes. He was shooting bad in the scrimmages. I wasn't wrong. And he would tell you, the coach would tell you, anybody who saw it could tell you that. Now, again, he's a young man. There's a big transition coming over from another country to United States. So I'm sure they had a lot to do with maybe him struggling early on. But we had concerns because, Showtime has gave this young man the keys for all intents and purposes to drive the vehicle, and we wasn't sure if he could see over the steering wheel. But he's done well. The coach Jordan has done well. They are rolling. Showtime is looking really good, and I can start seeing the media kind of cranking up the Showtime talks now to see, because now that they're winning and now they look like a good team. Shout out to Coach Jordan to getting those guys ready and get Cole Webb ready to have a good season. So far, so good.
One of the leading scorers in SimWorld Prep this season so far. I think he's number 2 or 3. Don't have my numbers directly in front of me, but he's definitely got it rolling. Bryce James, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league. I do know that one. I know that young man shooting somewhere around 68, 70% from three. Get that man some more shot attempts from deep. Good Lord. But yeah, he's getting it done. Showtime is rolling. But look, before we head on to tip off here that we got coming just moments away, Bad Boys basketball. Since we are talking Bad Boys basketball, Bad Boys. You can't finish that one up for
Out
me,
and
can
play.
you? Come
Come
out
out
and
and
play.
play.
Come on, let me ask you a question, man. And it's not going the direction that we always get into a little bit different topics here on the post up before we get back to basketball. Back during that run for Bad Boys, and I'm not talking Detroit basketball at this moment. I'm talking
Hmm.
I'm talking Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Pop
Oh
Love,
yeah. Oh
Puff,
yeah.
Sean
Oh
Combs,
yeah.
Mason
Mhm.
Betha, Biggie Smalls,
Mhm.
Craig Mack Flavor, and your
Mhm.
ear total, all
Mhm.
112. I can't get through them all. All the other groups that he ran through, gave them a one album, took all of their returns, and then kicked them to the curb. All good, man. For those y'all don't know, he also brought Usher into the game. For people that don't know that, but yeah, during that run, man, who was your artist? I know everybody has a default to big. If that is your big,
Yeah.
if that's your one, let's take him out of the equation. Who was your bad boy artist during that era?
Outside the big is easily Harlem World's own Mason Betha. Murder Mason's my guy. Harlem. There was not a moment in time when I was trying to go out. When Harlem World was out, if I'm going out and I need to hear some music before I step out, Harlem World is that joint. Like Mace was that guy for me. Yeah, Mace all day, every day.
All day. Did you have a song that was the one or no?
Um, I like all the songs from Polo Boots.
Kicker, you kicked up
Everything that
this.
I do be all about the loot. Yeah, cause you got Mace with my boys A Ball MJG. How could you not? But there's so many Mace joints, but I say that one just because of the Southern connection. Mace did with that one though. But
For
yeah,
sure.
for sure, Mason Bethel.
He had a run. Hey, Bad Boys had a run. Everybody wanted to clown the shiny suits and all the dancing and all that. I remember Suge Knight, classic line. You want somebody that's not dancing all in the
Yep,
videos.
yep,
Great
yep.
line, but guess what? Everybody wanted to be dancing in that video. Everybody. Great run. Bad Boys, from Bad Boys of Harlem to Bad Boys of Detroit, though. There's not going to be a whole lot of dancing in this one unless it's done on the Best Coast side, trying to get those guys to dance on defense, in my opinion. Best Coast Ballers taking on Bad Boys basketball. That's the one we got coming up here. I know you'd love to talk H-Town, but you don't get the chance to today, Rick. We're going to talk
That's
Bad Boys
fine.
and Best Coast. We got to
Let's
post
do
up,
it.
man. Refs wilding. We got to make sure no tech comes. 3 in the key. What are the 3 things you're looking for on either side of the court in this matchup?
Well, if you're bad boys, you're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to extend your man defense out. You don't want Best Coast to get started and hitting jump shots. That will really power that team up. So you want to extend your defense out to the 3-point line, and you also want to be physical inside with them with Malcolm Chamberlain. On the other side, if you're Best Coast, you want to be able to try to get second chance points and easy buckets. You want to get out here and run. This Bad Boys team, they're not the most athletic team, so they're gonna rely on physical basketball. So if you can help it, you want to beat them to the cup and not play half court basketball as less as possible. Because outside of Suno Chopper, uh, half court basketball has been you guys' strongest suit as of right now. Only one person in double figures averaging for best coach and Suno. So you want to get out and run, let the young guys run.
Okay. He didn't even take the full 3 seconds. He took 2 keys, and that's cool. I got one last one there, Rick. I got you, man. You know what I'm looking for?
What's that?
Trapper Die. His name is Trapper Die. I don't care what he
It
does.
is.
He scores 2 points. I'm going crazy in my seat. You guys stay tuned. We got a matchup coming up for you guys. Best Coast Ballers and Bad Boys. That one's going to be followed up by SimWorld Europe taking on our very own H-Town Hoopers. You guys keep it locked here. Tip off. Be just in a moment. Appreciate you, Rick.
Yes, sir. Bad boys for the dub tonight.
Everything that
Mark
we
it
do,
down.
all about the loot.
Good evening, SimWorld. Welcome back to SimWorld Prep on SimWorld TV. Tonight, in our first game, we have the Best Coast Ballers. They've made the trip out from California. Coming to Detroit, we're at the Body Shop Sportsplex in Bricktown, the fine city of Detroit, where the Bad Boys are hosting them. Both these teams below 500 this year, 2-3 Bad Boys, 2-4 Best Coast, and both of them could use a season trajectory changing win here tonight. Well, we're about to tip off. You got E-Lava behind the mic, and we got Marsh here with me. Marsh, you got a favorite coming into this game, or you got a major storyline, something you're looking at?
Well, it's just, first off, thank you. I'm excited to be on this side of the mic with you here. I'm interested in Best Coast Ballers, man. It's been a slow start to this season. It's a young team. They're still trying to figure some things out. But there's a lot of talent there, so it's a big opportunity for them to go out and try to get a must-win game in a near regional sport team.
Malcolm Chamberlain gets the scoring started with the flush right there. He had his shot blocked by Suno Chapa on the prior possession. Pretty impressive blocks from Chapa to do that, but couldn't deny Big Malcolm twice, whereas on this end, nothing doing yet for the Ballers. A nice dish.
A bit of a slow start, I think, for the season, not so much tonight, obviously, for Bad Boys, and a team that, really still trying to find their identity, and I think it's been this way for a couple seasons, but particularly now with the departure of Lorenzo Phenom, trying to figure out who's going to be the guy for this team going forward. A lot of question marks, haven't quite found that yet. Trey Greer, in my opinion, is the player with the most upside to get to that, but, the whole system really does run through Samuel Ballerz, who's had a good start to the season.
You were just talking about Trey Greer. There he is in action. It's a bucket to fall for Bad Boys. Suno Chapa has the ball here going back to work, and he thinks he can take Ballerz. He did last possession, but that time Sam able to stop him. The Ballerz and backcourt of him and Pagnotti sort of expected to kind of define this team, and that really kind of hasn't happened yet this year. Sam is leading the team in scoring, 15.4 a game, but
I don't know that that's the backcourt as Chapa gets another to go. I don't know that Pagnotti, Ballerz, and Greer is really the trio that I would be turning to, and of course Pagnotti coming off the bench here tonight, but it's just not a lot of size, and Pagnotti, I think, as we get a shoot foul, is not a player that I think he's highly regarded, and I think it might be a little over the top. I mean, he's an inefficient scorer this season, 34%. That's a carryover from a pretty inefficient season, if my memory serves, from last year. 8% from deep. He's just not been the type of player that when you hear him spoken about, it's, oh, look out for Bo Pagnotti Jr. When you watch it on the court, it's just not the same.
Well, on the other end of the floor, Best Coast, it's been all Suno Chapa. He has all 5 points, has one more attempt here from the free throw line to make. Chapa is leading the team in scoring. He's the only double-digit scorer. The Best Coast squad. Nino Dominguez coaching them. Is this
interesting from there? They're calling that. I thought it was.
Is this not a third free throw attempt? Yeah, I didn't think he was outside either, but I'm not wearing a striped shirt, so it's not my decision.
No, we can run from that one and have no ill will on it. Was just going to say, one of the things that I've been pleasantly surprised about, and see how long it lasts for, is we had those rumors early on in the season about Best Coast Ballers and the potential for drama surrounding them, playing time and scrimmages. We haven't quite seen that rebubble up to the top. That was DJ Davis reportedly having some issues with his usage during some scrimmages. We haven't seen that for good things, I guess, for the team at this point, but be curious how long the struggles early in the season can last before that begins to rear its ugly head again.
Now there on Trap or Die, and it's going to send Willerich Krause to the line. Krause has been, I think, a pleasant surprise. Didn't come into the game very heralded this season, but the 6'7", 217, 16-pound, 16-year-old out of San Diego has been doing kind of the role that Evangelos Mullins had on this Best Coast team last year. Doing some scoring, providing defense, rebounding. He get his first free throw to go, and so far, Suno Chapa still the only scorer in the game for Best Coast. But there you go. Krause gets 1 of 2, ties things up at 8 with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Krause really coming out of nowhere. It wasn't a name that we talked about during the offseason at all. I wouldn't even say even a little bit. And yet he steps in and he's been a really nice defensive piece, leading the team in blocks and anchoring that second forward spot next to Suno Chapa. A really nice pickup for Coach Dominguez.
Krause was calling for the ball right there, but they back it back out. Shot clock now at 10 on this position. Behind the back goes Chapa, and the shot rolls off the rim, won't go, but it's another foul. Third foul of the quarter so far on Bad Boys. Malcolm Chamberlain picks this one up. Suno Chapa definitely has emerged as a leader of this Best Coast Ballers squad, who huge shoes to fill, of course, with Blaise Darius Outlaw having moved on to the college ranks. And I don't know if Chapa or any one player can or should be expected to do that, but more than 14 points, 3.3 assists, 3.3 rebounds, averaging almost a steal a game. He has been really solid, leading the way for Best Coast so far this season.
Yeah, it's a nice addition, and it's a nice development that we've seen from Chapa, a guy that had a good season last year for Gulf Coast, but wasn't really given the opportunity to showcase it. And it's one of the instances that we've seen a guy leave a program last year. There were plenty of them, and then really flourish in the expanded role that he wanted, despite plenty of people kind of wondering, is that the right move for him?
Pagnotti off the bench and in the game, and he got that bucket. Bad Boys back on top by 2, but Chapa just goes right around Bogus, up and in, nice and easy, and atones for missing those 2 free throws on that last possession. Ties things back up at
and
10.
that's just a matchup, right? That's favors Suno Chapa. He's guarding Bogus, I think, right now, so that's one that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Where are we going to match up? Because Suno Chapa at 6'6" is just a disruptive athlete. So I'd expect to see, as they did there, Bad Boys try to get him switched off. But if he's going to be the primary defender on him, if Bogus is, I think Chapa's in for a huge night.
Bogus has decent size at 6'1", 200 pounds, but that is not the same as what he's facing with Suno Chapa, and that was a long 2. Definitely was inside the arc there, but impressive. He has 11 of the Ballers' 12 points in this one, but Bad Boys hanging right with them. Get a flush there, and with 3 minutes, we're all locked up again. Once again, look at this. Chapa has Bogus on him, and he's just going to go right to the rack, and there's no stopping him. Bad Boys have to figure out some kind of other way of dealing with that. Coach Munch Williams going to have to make some adjustments, either at the first quarter break or maybe even sooner.
Well, there's not much of an adjustment when you're going to start August Greer and Pagnotti Jr., who are all under 6'2". I mean, yeah, there's some offensive punch that you're going to get, some nice playmaking from those. 8.5 combined. Actually, you're looking at 10.6 combined assists for them. But defensively, it's just a sheet in the wind for a guy of Suno Chapa's capabilities.
Definitely not figured out a way with this lineup to stop him so far. Although, let's say he hadn't had a touch yet on this possession. There he does, and just unconscious to start this game. I think young Suno Chapa likes playing in the state of Michigan. Maybe,
I think he likes going up against 6'1" guards.
I think he likes that too. 3-point lead under 2 minutes to go now. And Pagnotti's got 4, but he can't get that bucket to go. Let's see if they ride it to the hot hand again. And once again, he's got Sam on him. And once again, looking to go to work on him, and does. Too easy.
Look, this is
quarter points.
This is a guy that if you're Dominguez and you stop going to the well here, you're doing a disservice to your team at this point. I mean, this is just a brutally unfair matchup that if you're not spamming it time and time again until Bad Boys proves they can stop it, there's just no point in going anywhere else.
Well, they did get a stop at least on that possession, but another block. That is at least the third block in this first quarter. Best Coast has managed. Well, we're going to get a quick break on the court, so we're going to take a quick time out here too, but don't go anywhere. A minute 4 in the first when we return. Bad Boys looking to inbound here, and they get it in. Ballerz has got an open shot, and he hits the nice little mid-range. That's the lead to 3 with a minute to go. Suno Chapa getting a little bit of rest. That is the only way the Bad Boys have been able to stop him at the start of this game. 18 points. That is a SimWorld record for points in a quarter by one player. Any quarter, not just the first.
And there's, frankly, he should still be out there with under a minute left.
I'm not sure if he should sit any of this game the way he's playing. I was going to say, though, but to give the home team a little bit of credit, they're within it's a one-possession game here. It's Kraus, the only other player to score in this contest for Best Coast. Can't get that bucket to go. Nobody else has hit a shot from the field. Kraus has hit 1 of 2 from the line. Otherwise, it's been all Suno Chapa. Ballerz inside. Can't get that to go. Nice rebound. Second chance here. Virtually no difference between the shot and game clock. Bad Boys want to hold, but they don't. Take the 2. 5.6 seconds left will give Best a chance to get something decent here off. 3 up. Ooh.
No.
Way
Not
off
the way you
there
want
on
to
that one, unfortunately. Tyler Hunt would like to call that one back, but Suno Chapa, this was your first quarter. Let's see when he gets back in the game, and let's see if Bad Boys can stick around. It's a close one still right now.
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes.
So nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no. Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon.
And this is Aaron.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica. Jenny, Sarah, Megan,
Hi.
Nicole, Elizabeth.
Acts. Use in moderation.
It's only a 1-point lead. Suno Chapa and his Best Coast Ballers have here. Some credit, I'd say, Marsh, to Bad Boys for keeping this game close when, when a guy is just on fire like that, it's hard to keep your head up sometimes. But definitely not getting down. To be fair, they've shut the rest of the team down. Yeah, and once again a miss, West Coast still can't score unless it's Suno Chapa shooting the ball. That's a nice little left-handed lay-in right there by Trapper Die.
I wouldn't give too much credit to the the Bad Boys defense, because really it's just why go elsewhere? Now they've had 2 good defensive possessions here, but that first quarter, why go elsewhere if you're Best Coast? There's only so many possessions you can have in a quarter. But I think the bigger thing is credit to the Bad Boys offense. They've responded when they've needed to, and they've gotten some really good looks inside. They've attacked the rim. They haven't been deterred by a couple big blocks in that opening quarter. They're going to have to continue to do that and then really take advantage of these minutes with Suno Chapa on the bench.
Krause has it. Wants to go to work. And going to try a little left-hander, up and in, and there you go. Willerich Krause, finally. Somebody not named Suno Chapa on the board. He's averaging 9 points a game, Krause. Suno Chapa averaging 14.2. He's already well above that. But yeah, Bad Boys, again, keeping their chins up, working for good shots. They've got the lead.
And this is actually a matchup on the floor right now that does favor, it's a nice turnaround there from Krause, does kind of favor Bad Boys, right? You've got Tyler Hunt, you've got DJ Davis. That's the 2 smallest players on this, 2 of the 3 on Best Coast Ballers. It allows you, if you're Bad Boys, to be able to play your small guard lineup and not be physically overmatched.
Played some good defense on last possession, but there he just gives it right up. Out, snags it away. Oh, can't turn it into 2, but look at that second chance opportunity up and in. That was an athletic finish there. Impressed with what I see from Trapper Die, inside and outside the 6'9", 200-pounder. Just 15 years old out of Ludington, Michigan.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit longer leash here in the first quarter, in the first half. 5.4 minutes per game typically is what he's been given through the first 5 games. And he's just really going out there and playing it, but so is Krause taking advantage. And if they can find a way to get Krause really fully invested and really involved in this offense, it's a nice 1-2 punch for Best Coast.
Yeah, I was like, I'd be interested to see those 2 out there on the court at the same time. Well, Best Coast have called a timeout. Maybe it's time to get Suno back in the game. While they're taking a break, we'll take a break too. Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm getting the word in my ear from our producer. We're gonna stay with it. So if we're sticking around here, let me go ahead and promote us. First of all, let's just talk about getting you to be part of SimWorld. You can join SimWorld. It's at discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. You can join. You can be a player, like one of these guys you're watching here tonight. You can be a coach, like one of the coaches in this game. You can just be a fan, or you can even be a member of sports media. If you have, a silky voice like Marsh and I do, you could be behind the mic. There's a lot of different roles we have here, but to get in on all of it, the first thing you got to do is go to discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. Everything kind of happens there. Yeah, once you're there, just stick your hand up. Let us know you want to get in this game. The only place where you can see the game, be the game.
I appreciate that. I don't know that I would quite consider myself to have a silky voice, but I'll take it nonetheless.
Oh yeah, it's like a shot of Bailey's on a cold day. It's nice.
I'll have that.
Hunt's gonna try another 3. He was
got.
He was badly off on the first one, and he can't connect on this one either. Miller Hunt. It's meant to be the designated sharpshooter, but turnover up the other way. Here comes the big man, Willerich Krause. Throws it down. He and Suno Chapa. I don't know, they could have left the other 8 guys on the bus, I feel like, in Marsh.
Well, if you're Best Coast Ballers,
Okay,
I think
that'd be
that
tough.
you kind of hope they don't, right? Because you need that second opportunity here. You need rather a third at this point. But yeah, those 2 have carried it, and the easy answer for Bad Boys is get those 2 somehow out of rhythm, and this might be a game you can run away with.
First bucket of the game for Tyler Hunt. Can't get it going from outside, so he cuts inside, lays it in. 3-point lead for Best Coast. August trying to go to work on Hunt, but pretty good defense by the diminutive guard. And instead, Pagnotti cuts inside, tries to get a layup to go, bounces off and into the hands of Krause.
Another example of just, Pagnotti's well-built as a playmaker, though just not the best scorer. And a great feed inside by Krause and great off-ball movement. Find the open spot in the defense, make him pay.
I am delighted to report that a 3rd player has now scored for Best Coast. That was Heaven Johnson. with that bucket in. Give Best Coast a 5-point lead. We're going to take a break. More than halfway through the second quarter, it's a 5-point advantage for the road team. Hey folks, we're back. It's a 5-point advantage for Best Coast. Let's see if they do get Suno Chapa, their main man, back in the game. But while the coaches are talking over with their charges down there, we'll remind you that following this game, we have another one coming up on the bill tonight. It is Europe coming to Texas to take on H-Town, and Europe has been one of those positive surprises, Marsh. This should be a good game following our contest here tonight.
Yeah, it's a team that, taking advantage, I think, of just kind of that intercontinental overlook, right? A lot of people not necessarily paying attention to what goes on overseas all the time. Kind of just a lot of the attention tends to be drawn to the stateside recruits and teams. They've played a favorable schedule, so I think that's the one thing that I've always been curious about them is, do we have a South America from last season where they won 5 in a row and then fizzled? They lost their last one, so there's certainly on the table for that to happen, but a good basketball team nonetheless.
Not able to come up with that loose ball. Second chance here for Bad Boys. Pagnotti still out there. Bogus on the bench. And Pagnotti has provided a little bit of offensive spark tonight. Bad Boys will definitely need that. Now it was wholesale changes for Best Coast during that timeout, and back out on the court, Suno Chapa, and he has the ball right now. Now with Bogus on the bench, we're interested to see how Bad Boys defends him. They've got the big man, 6'9" Trapper Guy on him right now. Turns into a 3-point opportunity for DJ Davis, and he nails it. DJ was just shooting 19% from deep on the season coming into this one. Needs that one to build a little confidence.
This is going to be a big kind of development opportunity here for Suno Chapa. You have a huge first quarter. You get back in. They've made a defensive change on you. How do you respond, one, and do you respond by making the right play last time down, finding DJ Davis? He did.
Chop able to secure that rebound. Pagnotti was wide open underneath, just rushed the shot a little bit. Oh, and the step back from Davis. Well, maybe, I'm sorry, that was Ali Cortez that time, not DJ Davis. I'm just used to one player dominating all the scoring for Best Coast at any given time, Marsh, so forgive me.
Yeah, you're forgiven there, but hey, that's a good sign for Best Coast if Cortez can get going with Trapper Die on him. Now, they did have the mismatch. Suno Chop was defended by Pagnotti. They didn't go to it, but if Cortez can get going on Trapper Die, I think you feel pretty confident about the ability for Suno Chapa to do it, but they're now blitzing him, so a lot of defensive twists coming in here from Bad Boys, but another good play. Ends up with a three-pointer. Good play by Suno Chapa not to rush it, move the ball, find the open man, ends up with a second straight three for Best Coast.
9-point advantage now for Best Coast. Pagnotti can't get that bucket to go either. It looks like he's the number one offensive option among the 5 that the Bad Boys have out on the court right now, but they're in danger of falling behind by double digits as we're a little bit more than a minute away from halftime. Oh, but Malcolm Chamberlain, highlight reel block. Now, four black uniforms to the back, but what a pass. Wow. That little 10-second sequence from Malcolm Chamberlain, he should nail that clip to every college coach in the country. was impressive.
Chamberlain flying out that athleticism to get to the perimeter. But even more so, not something that we typically see from him in the past, let alone it being a fancy one.
Yeah. Let's look at there. That's Trey Greer. Attacking, getting the 2, and this little 4-point mini run just what Bad Boys needed. Keep this thing close and have a little bit of momentum going into halftime. Still 30 seconds left to play. Oh, and another swat from Chamberlain. He gets it back underneath. Two-handed dunk. One possession game. 6 straight for Bad Boys in the last minute.
That is how you reward the big man for running the floor. Great pass, great feed, great finish.
Yep. Suno Chapa has not scored in this quarter. Hasn't scored since the first quarter, but has made a big difference since he's come off the bench. They are going to retain that 5-point lead. I think Bad Boys are going to get a heave off here, and drew some iron. That's about all you can ask from three-quarter court, but all the same, 5-point advantage for Best Coast, and it's just been the individual play that stood out to me at times, Marsh. Suno Chapa kind of owning that first quarter. Then it was more Willerich Krause kind of came and locked things down for West Coast in the second somewhat, and I think that's why they've still maintained this lead.
Yeah, and then the introduction of Ollie Cortez into the offensive movement and then game plan there in the second quarter. Suno Chapa had a great first. We're not going to run away from that. But he made the right plays in the second quarter, and I think that's the important part from him in that frame. As the looks weren't as easy as they were coming, because of the defense, he adjusted. If Krause and Cortez can keep rolling, I think Best Coast is going to track to a win here.
Well, Best Coast can use one. Just 2-4 on the season. Even a win tonight would not get Coach Dominguez to 500 on the year, but really big game for both these teams looking for a win. We're going to take a quick break here at halftime, but don't go anywhere. Second half action when we return to Detroit.
We were at the party last night. See Tom and Jen. We're so cute together. We even wearing matching sneakers. Sorry.
It's no problem.
漂亮的真的太帅了，气味很可爱哎。哎呀，你不要这样子啦！干嘛呢你？
那你让他看你内裤吧。
哼，也许啊。
真的吗？
And we are back here at the Body Shop Sportsplex in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Suno Chapa brings it up. He still leads all scorers with 18. Willerich Krause, 9 points, 6 boards. Play Robin to Suno's Batman, and there he is on 20.
I mean, this is just anything they throw at him.
Things.
You're just going to be having a problem. And if he's going to make contested jumpers and not just blow by buckets, Bad Boys is going to be in trouble.
Ooh. Swatted out of bounds by big Malcolm Chamberlain. 6'9", 250-pounder. I talked about him getting some highlight reels for college recruiters here, but let's be honest. College coaches already know about Big Malcolm Chamberlain. He's being pursued pretty hard by Wisconsin and Blue Blood Kansas, among others. So he's going to have plenty of choices. And with that kind of athleticism, not commonly seen on somebody with that kind of size, pretty impressive.
Phenomenal feed there. They don't get the bucket, but
Yeah.
great feed by Sunachapa there to kick that one out.
Oh, that was a nice feed there from Ballerz to Pride, but Pride couldn't lay it up in. Back the other way. It's Kraus again who has it.
You've
Die
got Choppa on
him.
Ballerz in the corner. You got to take advantage of this. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, look at that.
Gotta do that.
Suno just got a little bit lazy with it right there. Kind of dribbled it right into Dai's thigh.
Not the way you want to lose that one.
Oh, look at that's a high-level move. From a kid, and I mean kid, 15 years old, 6'9", still growing into his body too. Impressive. 5-point game again.
Taking advantage of these extended minutes, Trapper Dye has played really well on both sides of the floor.
He won't go. Long rebound secured by Dye. Trey Greer, relatively quiet tonight. He's had a few nice moments, scored a couple buckets. Ooh, almost lost the ball right there, however. It's kind of an awkward jumper to go off, but not down. Oh, Suno. I thought he was going to spin right into Dye there, see if he could take the youngster, but pulls it back out instead. And that's a tough shot from Kraus, but he nails it. Wow.
Kraus and Choppa have both taken full advantage of Samuel Ballerz as a defender. They have targeted him relentlessly. Kraus with his size advantage on that last one. Yeah, it's a tough shot when it's a fadeaway, but when your defender is 6 inches shorter than you, it's really not that bad of a shot at all from Kraus.
Took 2 tries, but Chamberlain laid that one in there. I also got to give some credit to Ganino Dominguez with the clipboard over there on this Best Coast bench. 3 on the way. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Great
One of
play
the rare
from
times
Choppa.
Suno doesn't get his shot to go down and it ends up in an open corner 3.
And that's further proof of the maturity of his game tonight, right? He got going early, he got that first bucket of the second half. He's still finding ways to dish to the open man.
Just picked up a second block right there as well. Now, Cross put it on the floor, but couldn't get it back. Neither of them are going to catch Owen Pride here. He lays it up and in. And Coach Dominguez did not care for that at all. It's still just a 6-point game. Credit to Bad Boys. They are hanging around in this one. Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Hope you're going to stick around for the second game. Europe and H-Town. We talked about that. That's going to be a good one, folks. But the important thing, thanks for being here. YouTube.com/SimWorldTV. Smash that like and subscribe button. Even maybe more importantly, have a couple friends over next time you're watching the game. Let them know about it. Just tell people. Spread the word. Get this stuff viral. But we appreciate you being here. Hope you're sticking around for Game 2 after this. SimWorld TV. YouTube.com/SimWorldTV. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Come right back. action about to kick off here on the court, but it also kicked off a little bit during the dead ball there. Crap or die in some kind of altercation with a fan. I don't know if it was a home fan, somebody he knew, maybe a Best Coast fan, but referee came over to get in the middle of it, and some words were said, not cared for. He has picked up a technical, and that is actually 4 personals on him in this game. So he's one away from watching the rest of this on the bench. And what he'd be missing is the Suno Chapa show, apparently. C's just part there. 22 points for Suno.
In pursuit of that top scoring record, he'd have to eclipse 36 to join that illustrious top-tier group. He's certainly on his way. He'll need another first quarter type outburst, though, to make it happen.
Yeah. Greer couldn't get that one done. Corner 3 will not go. And Die skies for the rebound. Oh, whistle blowing. Anytime that happens when Trapper Die's near, you got to watch out for. But that's just the first foul on Krause. It's going to remain Bad Boys ball.
That's definitely playing with fire here, leaving him in. You've got 12 minutes of basketball. Dye has had a really good game to keep him in the game at this point, considering that foul concern. It's a risk. It's a risk.
Bucket there, but it goes down for Lex Greenwood, the 6'11", 16-year-old. Oh, and I swatted that one. He is not backing off, certainly on the defensive end, Trapper Die. Greer once again works underneath. Could have had 3 seconds called there. Refs let it slide. Gets it back. Shot clock winding down. He's going to just chuck a 3 here. Gets it to go.
Look, that not only was that a difficult step back, but he stepped back to about 27 feet. That is a monster bucket from Trey Greer when Bad Boys needed one. And a quick answer, though, from Suno Chapa. Yeah. Does not matter who's in front of him right now.
Trey Greer, by far the most prolific three-point shooter on this team. He's going to take another. Can't get that one to fall. Chapa with a rebound. Quickly gets it up ahead. Gets the ball back. And he's got 2 defenders on. He's got both Dye and Baugus.
Now look, the problem here is going to be there's some guys on the floor right now. Dre Ryder, Ollie Cortez, and Heaven Johnson. They can shoot threes. And if you're going to bring the double and you're going to leave people open, Chapa's proven that he can find the open man. And that can backfire here on Bad Boys.
Chapa couldn't hit a 3 at the other end. Pride gets an easy 2, and it's a 3-point game. Long-range shooting, not Suno's strong suit yet. Still a skill he's developing. He came into this one shooting 25% from deep. 2:08 to go, third quarter. I think we're just going to keep it here. And, well, you already know we have the next game coming up tonight. I already told you about that one, Europe and H-Town. It just kind of keeps on rolling on, though. Tomorrow we're back on the air. Friday, the 29th, got 2 early games happening on ESPN2, our partners over there, simulcasting them. Got ET Aliens taking on Atlantis, going on the road, and you really go on the road when you go to Atlantis. And in the other one, got another team taking their talents to Texas, and that's Latin America, who are going to travel to Dallas, take on the Lone Star Basketball Club. So those 2 should be good, and then SimWorld TV back on the air tomorrow night. Heartland Zombie Stars, a team that has impressed me early in the season, Marsh. They're going on the road, taking on Lakeshore Drive. A good Midwestern battle should be on tap there.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a time of the year where, you want to rack up as many of the wins early, because we've seen some of those teams that struggled out the gate, kind of found their way around. You look at Asia Pacific being one last season. They got hot at the end, but they make it in. It's a tough road. They end up having to win a lot of games that, you're dealing with top-tier competition from the beginning. So it's important not to dig yourself a hole too early on in the season that you just might not be able to work your way out of. And there's no working your way out of Suno Chapa getting going either.
He is well on his way to a 30-point night, unless Coach Dominguez just benches him, which I think he'd be fired at the end of the game if he did that. Still, though, this is a close one, and as well as Krause and Chapa and Best Coast overall have played, this game's still in doubt as Krause gets a block. If they were to lose this, what a waste of a fine effort. particularly from Chapa, this would be. So lots to play for remaining 9.5 minutes to go here. Oh, nice dish from Kraus.
Now they're bringing double teams to Kraus and to Chapa. They get lucky there, but they are certainly playing with fire. Coach Munch Williams is between leaving Trapper Die out there earlier, survives that one. Now bringing all these double teams to Kraus and Chapa.
Well, yeah, that's a third block. Suno Chapa, and the second shot won't go either. Tough night for slinging Sam Balgus. Turns into 2 points.
And the feed there. Look,
yep.
Chapa's doing everything right now, E. There's not a single thing on the floor that he hasn't done, and he is making the decision to go to him time and time again, a worthwhile one.
Chamberlain, however, keeping this thing close, just a 5-point margin. Best Coast led by 9, but they've never really had full control of this game. If you didn't watch the scoreboard and just sort of watch the action on the floor, you'd probably think they were ahead by double digits, but not the case. A potential assist here, however, for Chapa. Instead, he gets the rebound, puts it back up, but cannot put it in. Bad break there for Best Coast. Chance to reduce this to a one-possession game again for Bad Boys. Essentially no difference between game clock and shot clock. They're likely to hold. It looks like that's exactly what Balgus has on his mind. Now they're getting the play going. And Balgus attacks the rack, lays it up and in. Pretty play there by him. 3-point ball game. Zuno's just going to heave one here. Low percentage shot. Hits the far end of the court. Bounces over the retaining wall, actually. It's a 3-point lead. Best Coast. Closer game than you'd think, with only the fourth quarter to go. That's the fourth quarter to play. Suno Chapa, what a line for him. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. And it's just a 3-point game, and bad boy ball. Agnati still stuck on 10, but he's going to get a chance to add to that from the free throw line. DJ Davis picking up the foul there. Pagnotti, definitely, as you were saying at the top of the broadcast, March, has built up a big reputation, even literally has a following in the SimWorld game. Being heavily recruited by Penn State and Indiana, other power conference schools, other Big Ten schools involved, but those two regarded the leaders for Pagnotti's services, and he gets the first free throw to go.
And look, I'm not saying Pagnotti's not a good basketball player. 4 assists per game, 5 rebounds from the guard position. Those are good. But he can't score. 10 points, 34% from the floor, 8% from deep. He just has not shown consistently to be a scorer, and that's fine. Look, if that's what he's going to be, there's plenty of guys that make the NBA and don't have offensive games. I mean, Andre Roberson, a prime example of it, granted a little bit bigger size, but it's just not something that you really want to risk when he's only 6'1". It's not like he's a 6'5" switchable defender.
The other end, it's another block for Chamberlain. He's not going to have like a staff sheet explosion like we're seeing from Suno Chapa, but he's played really well, Chamberlain, and this is a 1-point game. Well, we extend that lead to 3 now. It's a nice little attack of the basket there from Davis, but this is a battle.
We'll be curious to see how long they keep Trapper Dye on the sideline. Foul call there. And to that point, what do they do defensively with Suno Chapa? Who do they decide to put on him as Trapper Dye kind of waits to come on him?
Pagnotti back at the line. I like the aggression, and I like the basketball IQ to know how to pick up the fouls in these situations. As you mentioned, he is scoring a respectable 10 points a game and even 10 a game for Bad Boys, but it has been a shooting struggle for a player not known as a sharpshooter to begin with. Just 35% from the field overall and a little more than 8% from three. He's only made 1 3-pointer all year long, actually. But he's proven capable at the free throw line. Perfect from there, all season long and tonight. Made 1 of 2 so far. Second one now up and on the way. It's good. A 1-point game.
Yeah, credit to Bad Boys. We've been talking so much about Best Coast Ballers offensively. Bad Boys has hung into this thing, and part of that, and a great pass. Phenomenal play. Suno Chapa, my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, we've talked about Suno Chapa, we've talked about Krause. Here Bad Boys is Malcolm Chamberlain. Samuel Balgus has been struggling, but Chamberlain, Greer, they've kept this team in a game that if you just tuned in and looked at the box score real quick and saw what Suno Chapa was doing, you'd expect this to be a decided game by this point in the fourth quarter.
That rebound was battled for. They're saying Owen Pride of Bad Boys touched it last before it went out of bounds. So it will be Best Coast ball and opportunity to extend a lead, which has just felt precarious really since the closing minutes of the first half. Best Coast had that game-high 9-point lead, but Bad Boys chopped right into it.
And
straight points.
Trapper Dye back in too.
But
you got to take advantage of this
4 fouls. Well, Davis gets it back out to Chapa, ends up in the hands of Krause, and that's not an easy shot, but he gets it to go. Wow.
I don't like that decision from DJ Davis there to not pump that one inside to Suno Chapa. They get the 2 points, but that's a missed opportunity to get Chapa rolling with Balgus on him.
You know, the highest, best college offer that Krause has at this point is from Grand Canyon University. And granted, they're not a joke, but I think he's going to get a lot more attention, particularly if he performs in front of the bright lights and TV cameras like he has tonight. Davis going to try a long 3, won't go. He might work his way to the bench. I know he hasn't earned his way into your good graces, Marsh, here the last couple of possessions.
I'm actually pretty high on DJ Davis. It's just, I guess, the inability to make the right play, I think, on that last one. And I don't like the pull-up 3 there either. And that's why, because you give up an opportunity and Balgus makes him pay for it. I think that's his second made 3 of the season, if I'm correct. Yeah, just the second made 3 for Pagnotti.
We're going to take a break. It's a 2-point Best Coast lead, 5 minutes to play.
Simworld, 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 Simworld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Come on, Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the 3 in the clip. Game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The 1 twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. Simworld. This is your shot.
Yo, yells. Simworld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
Simworld.
Rick Blaze.
Simworld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers. Trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name. Said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big bar with them snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be trippin' with my foes tippin'. Shot out to the ballers, no bull like I'm pippin'. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. Sim World hoops, man, them boys wild.
Sim World, 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 Sim World.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
A little bit more than 5 minutes to go in this one. It's turned out to be a great game. Best Coast in front almost all the way, but Bad Boys right there with them. You know what? We're right there with you, wherever you are too, at least on social media. If you're on Instagram, X, TikTok, OnlyFans, Facebook, and many, many more social outlets, find us at SimWorld 4K. We're everywhere. Once again, that is at SimWorld 4K. You will find us. Who is Bad Boys going to turn to here? I feel like we know who the top two on West Coast is. Proper guy back out there.
For all the talking on my part, Bo Pagnotti has played well. I think he was 6 of 15 from the floor. Hit the big three to get this thing back to 2.
Ooh, Owen Pride couldn't get that one down. A break, oh, steal. Wow, what a recovery from Pride. What a heady play from the youngster. There's Malcolm Chamberlain, who I think is going to be important if Bad Boys are going to escape this with a win. Pagnotti has felt, he's had the green light all night, and he's hit some tough shots, and that is as tough as any. High game.
You've got to find a way to get the ball to Suno Chapa and attack Trapper Guy. He's got 4 fouls, and they simply have not put him in situations to potentially get that 5th foul. They've got to do that.
10 on the shot clock, approaching 5. And Suno has not touched the ball this possession. They're going to have to leave this thing. This is not the possession that you wanted, either end of the floor. You're a Best Coast fan. Halfway through the 4th, Bad Boys are going to take the lead.
Great dive there from Pagnotti. Really great play from Pagnotti. Great feed to get him going downhill already. Doesn't have to beat anybody off the dribble.
21 points for Bo Pagnotti. Off the bench, too. Did not start today.
Got the Baugus Choppa matchup.
Heavy minutes. Yep. This one's gone Suno's way all night, but he is well short on that shot, and here comes Baugus.
He's got to go. He's got to attack him in that situation. He cannot settle for a fadeaway, and they will make him pay on the other end.
That That is a three. That is a three. And as we've been talking all night, August and Pagnotti have not been prolific from deep coming into this game. They've just got themselves a 5-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for Bad Boys.
And an 8-0 run.
Wow.
And
another possession where Suno Chapa doesn't touch it, and it ends up as another block and a shot clock violation. Once again, Chamberlain.
That's on. Those last two of the last three possessions have been completely on DeAndre Green not getting the ball to Suno Chapa inside. Absolutely atrocious play calling, or play decision making rather, from Green.
Well, if we're going to hand out a few demerits to Best Coast, DeAndre Green, I think that's a fair criticism right there. Also, Ali Cortez has been so quiet tonight. Now, he's just 15. Nobody expected him to be a star at this point in his similar career, maybe. All the same, second leading scorer on the team, averaging just below 10 points a game. Shooting just 3 for 10, 1 for 6 from deep. That's been a problem, that they haven't been able to get another sort of dedicated third scorer outside of Chapa and Krause. And I think our players of the game, Marsh, pretty obvious. It depends who wins. Suno Chapa in line if West Coast does come back and win this, but if Bad Boys hold on here, you got to give it to Bo Pagnotti. He's without him, Bad Boys kind of gets chased out of body shot here tonight, I think. Another three on the way from Ballerz. Can't get it to go. That would have been a dagger.
Yeah, I think you're right. Pagnotti is the player of the game if the score holds. But the massive three there from Arlo Cook. Just what the doctor ordered.
About time Mo started cooking. He hasn't done much in this game so far, but that was big. Pagnotti once again, aggressive, goes inside, but can't get that shot to go. Back and forth we go once again. Oh, stolen away from Pagnotti. Bad pass.
Yeah, poor decision making. One of the few poor decisions that Chapa's made this game.
Chamberlain got the position he wanted, but he didn't get the bounce. Cook backs it out. 6'8", 16-year-old kind of running the point. Gets a nice pass inside to Krause, who fumbled it for a second. Got back a hold of it, but another block. Big Chamberlain.
Yeah, poor decision making there from Krause. He had the angle, couldn't handle the ball. You got to reset the possession at that point instead of trying to force it up.
Oh, nice shot. Tough shot once
That'll
again.
do it.
You know, Sam,
First to 69.
We're going to take a quick break. Only 1:35 to go in this one, and it's a 4-point lead for Bad Boys. .95 seconds to play in this one. Bad Boys up by 4. It is West Coast with the ball. Cortez passes it off. Oh, wrong three. Wouldn't go down there for Cook. Plenty of time for West Coast. You don't have to foul. You don't have to panic. You do have to get a stop.
Big bucket, and Ballerz get another one.
Ooh. Fault the shot. He worked himself into a nice position there on Cook. I have noticed that for a lot of this fourth quarter, Cook's kind of been running the point. This time he gets it in the hands of Ciampa,
Why?
who just does the rest all by himself.
Why have we not been going to this if you're Best Coast Ballers for the last 3 minutes? Ciampa exhibited in the first quarter he can get what he wants when he wants it, and they've just not given him the opportunity to do that.
15 points in the first quarter, just 10 the rest of the way for Tsuno Ciampa. He does get the rebound here. Chance to tie or take the lead as we're under 40 seconds. Ciampa on Ballerz. He's liked this matchup all night. Oh, he found Rich Krause. Great teamwork between those two.
And they preserved the chance for this final shot, scoring that one with 33 seconds left. If they can get a stop.
Nice dish from Ballerz. Nice finish. Once again, a 2-point game. 24.3 seconds now. Walk me through the strategy here, Marsh. There is the slightest of differences between the game shot and shot clock. Game clock, shot clock, but it makes no difference, I don't think. I see... if I was the Best Coast coach, if I was Coach Dominguez, I'm holding this thing, but not down to the end of it. I want to get a shot up with maybe 8 or 10 seconds left. So if there is a second shot opportunity, my guys can get that rebound, put it back up, and force this thing to overtime.
I'm going to Tsuno Ciampa. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting him isolated. Maybe try to get a screen if he's guarded by Trapper Die. Screen with whoever is guarded by Bo Pagnotti and go to work. That's got to be the move here. You've got to find a way to get to the rack. If something happens, if they crash, they double, you've got enough three-point shooters out there to try and go ahead three. But I'm playing for the tie here, not necessarily because I want a tie, but because that's what I think the best matchup is.
You are thinking about three-pointers at all. E.J. Davis has not hit a high percentage, but he is the most prolific three-point shooter on Best Coast. Team that does not do a very good job of hitting threes overall. Ciampa has it, and he does have Die on him. He's going right to work on Die. Gets the shot up, but not in. Gets it back, however. They are going to have that second chance opportunity. Cortez passes to Ciampa, 3 on the way. Can't get it to go. They have to foul here. 1.5, that is not the person you want to foul either, Bo Pagnotti, but absolutely no choice for Best Coast. I talked about this earlier. This is true heartbreak, I think, for Best Coast. Looking to get a signature victory on the road, a explosion game from Tsuno Ciampa, and it looks like they're going to come up just short.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You got the looks that you wanted to get, and Tsuno just couldn't. And both of them were good. I mean, the first one was a contested one. That 3 was wide open. You mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. It's the part of Ciampa's game that lacks the most. That is the most devastating part of it. A tough way for Best Coast to go down, and really a wasting of a phenomenal Tsuno Ciampa game where they didn't go to him, I thought, enough in the third and early on in this fourth quarter that could have preserved it.
And that wasn't a shooting foul, so even things go from hopeless to worse somehow for Best Coast. Now just 0.2 on the shot clock. Bo Pagnotti, who has not missed a free throw this year, can ice this thing with 2, and even if he misses one or both, quite frankly, it would take an absolute prayer of a heave. Best Coast back in front. What an impressive performance. Congrats to Munch Williams, everybody involved with Bad Boys basketball. And there's our MVP of the game at the line. Wouldn't have predicted that at halftime or after that first quarter. Looked like Tsuno Ciampa was going to run away with the thing, but Bo Pagnotti and his Bad Boys are going to improve on the season. 3 and 4 overall. I don't even think that shot's going to count. Wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Tsuno Ciampa can just look at the stars in frustration, throw his hands in the air there. But nice night for him, but just not quite enough. Bad Boys emerge 4-point winners. Well, remember, stick around. Don't go anywhere, because right up next, Europe taking on H-Town Upers down in Texas. For my own good self, Lava, for my broadcasting partner tonight, Marsh, and for everybody behind the scenes at SimWorld, thank you for being with us, and don't go anywhere. Another thriller up next on SimWorld TV, the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
didn't exist.
Baby
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SimWorld Sports Arena here in Houston, Texas for Game 2 of our SimWorld TV doubleheader. I am B-Ron. Alongside me is J-Rock for this game between SimWorld Europe and the H-Town Hoopers. J-Rock, how you doing, man? Good to be here with you at the SimWorld Sports Arena.
Yeah, I'm doing great, B-Ron. Happy to be down here in Houston once again. You know, we got SimWorld Europe coming to visit us from across the pond. Should be a great matchup tonight, especially between two of the best big men in the league, in Andrei Ivanov and Corey Yams. So definitely excited to see this go down.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is one that we're going to be watching all night long to see how that turns out, because that is the marquee matchup of the night, really, between these two teams taking the court here. You know, we've got Corey Yams, the outspoken returning player in SimWorld Prep, and then we have the newcomer, Andrei Ivanov, who came in with a lot of hype around him, and he's lived up to that, trying to replace Henrik Vekic over there. Him and Trey Turner are now doing things at Tennessee, so, you know, maybe we'll see Ivanov join them as well down the road, perhaps, but we got a long ways to go to get who we get there. Of course, we got a game to play tonight.
Yeah, and Ivanov has just started defensive 3-second right off the bat here. Interesting way to get us going.
Yeah, that's usually early free throws here to begin the game. That's a very interesting start to the game for sure, as that is Pendergrass at the line. Tyshawn Pendergrass at the line here for H-Town. But you were saying, though, J-Rock, about the matchup in this game.
Yeah, you know, Andrei Ivanov, like you said, came in, a lot of hype, you know, this offseason, and so far he has lived up to that, if not more. And I think when all is said and done, like we were talking pregame, I very well think he will be a very effective player at the Power 5 level. He has only just started to now gain traction in college circles, as I believe he is, my sources have told me he has received offers from Butler and Creighton just within the last couple of days.
Yeah, and you can imagine that, you know, once as he continues to gain more standing here in SimWorld Prep, that a lot of those bigger offers from those Power 5 schools will come his way. And speaking of coming his way, look down the road there, and there is Vincent Magic getting himself going there, a layup, putting the Hoopers up 3.
Vincent Magic is one guy who I would definitely like to see step up a lot more on the offensive end tonight.
And there's Andrei Ivanov, that fadeaway jumper. And his first 2 points of the night over Corey Yams. Again, that's one that we're going to be looking out for all game long. You see him battling in the post there. Yams has it now at the free throw line, trying to do something here. It's time to take it back out and gives it inside to J-Mo. Jumper no good from J-Mo.
Like the footwork from Ivanov there when Yams brought it back out up top to kind of keep him from cutting back down low.
Right,
nice
exactly.
Footwork to keep up with it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a tough basket there from SimWorld Europe, though, answering, making it 4-3. A couple of other interesting storylines to note coming into this game, J-Rock. One of the other big ones is that former head coach turned assistant coach is back. UB Brown is back head coaching for the Hoopers after Tim Ballerz stepped down after their win against Lone Star. This is actually his second time being the head coach of this Asian Hoopers team. He stepped down with the assistant role when Jaden Banks came in and took over last season as well. So how does he have the team going tonight and going forward? We'll see. What do you think we should be looking for H-Town in particular to see if UB Brown is going to be making any big changes tonight?
Well, I think just in general, I would like to see, UB Brown look to open up the offense, and oh my goodness.
Corey, yeah.
Woo!
Two-handed play.
That's a grown man. But as I was saying, I would like to see UB Brown kind of spread out the offense a little more, and, yes, Corey Yams, irregardless, is going to be your guy and your number one option on offense. But at the same time, the offense under Ballerz was so dependent in the post on Yams. You got to be able to spread it out a lot more and be more diverse with it. And to be honest, in the first few games of the season, that was to their detriment.
Agreed. Definitely agree with you there. They haven't. They did eventually figure out how the offense is supposed to look, and we've seen both Yams and Almighty Soul in the last few games really come alive and into their own offensively. So maybe we'll see a little more of Almighty Soul as well. And there's another tough mid-range jumper from J-Mo, tying the game up at 9.
A mid-range pull-up from J-Mo there. I've heard a lot from him this season, but definitely look for him to step up and have a big impact down the road.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And these teams are trading buckets here. Back and forth, beginning from that. That's Zodorn in that one to go. 11-9, Europe out in front. I believe this is the first time we've seen Europe on SimWorld TV properly. We've seen them on ESPN too a few times. I think this is their first time on SimWorld TV this season.
Yeah, I believe this is, and it is with H-Town being one of their first American teams they have faced this season. I know it's not their first, but interesting to see how they will do, not playing against an international team.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice test, and there's 4 hands there for Magic. Couldn't corral the pass. Europe the other way with it. Layup, good, 2 points.
Europe off and running here.
That there is Ty Merca, coming from America, from Baltimore, Maryland, to join SimWorld Europe in the recruiting period in the offseason, and he's making a big impact in his first season in SimWorld Prep on Europe, I believe. In my personal opinion, he is anyway.
Yeah, he comes in as the second leading scorer and also leading the team in assists and three-pointers made. He is definitely going to be not just a key piece for them currently, but down the road as well.
He absolutely will be, as Buffini getting that one to go. And timeout on the floor from the Hoopers. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Come right back. Welcome back, everyone. 17-9. SimWorld Europe out in front here in this one. Is Johnny here with ball, top of the key. Side to Almighty Soul, trying to pass it inside. Thompson does get it there, but he gets that sent back by Dorn, and now the other way with it is Europe. Dorn has it. A bit of traffic here, and they do manage to get it back outside and reset things here. Shot clock winding down, 7 seconds on it. Layup. Oh, good. Hughes there on the glass. So Allen getting a second chance up and in.
Big putback bucket there for Tommy Hughes, stretching the lead out to 10.
Yeah, big 10-point deficit here for H-Town, and we've seen Europe take a lead here to begin the game. What do they have to do? Let's talk keys to victory now, J-Rock. What do they have to do to get out of here with the win tonight, SimWorld Europe?
Well, they have to take smarter shots than what they just took there. if you're H-Town.
Yeah, that's the first step is always taking smarter shots, and for any team really. But For SeaWorld Europe, what do they have to do, you think, to win this game tonight?
For SimWorld Europe, I mean, they've been spreading around the ball extremely well, very well balanced, and they just need to keep that going. Not being afraid to make that extra pass and not being so heavily reliant on one person.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look, sometimes, you're gonna have those games where somebody is off and not performing like you expect them to, that kind of thing, and that's just, you gotta figure out how to get around it. There's Samuel Kipping at the line for Europe, making an 11-point game here at the free throw, and he does get the first one to go. Still perfect at the line for Kipping so far this season. Subs here for the Hoopers. Ashimo's going to have himself a seat here on the bench. 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. And Kipping, second free throw, up and in as well. So a perfect 2 for 2 from the line. It's perfect on the season as well. There's a timeout here. Hoopers are going to take a second one here early, and they're really struggling to begin the game, J-Rock. But really quickly, while I have you here, we have a bit of a break in the action. Want to give you a little friendly reminder to join SimWorld. If you're new here, join as a player, coach, fan, member of the media team here with me and J-Rock behind the mic, do what we do, write some articles, or again, get in the game. Be a player, be a coach, or cheer your team on as a fan. That's discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. Only place where you can see the game and be the game. But J-Rock, H-Town is down big. If you're Coach E.B. Brown, again, your first game back in that head coaching role, what are you saying to your kids to get them to show a little bit of fight? Because right now it's looking like this is going to get ugly early.
Well, if I'm UB Brown, I'm just telling them to be patient, stay aggressive on defense, and just work the ball around, work for a good shot. Don't rush into taking a bad shot, just throwing something up. Just be patient on offense and aggressive on defense.
And I think that's a good way to start, especially on the defensive side, being aggressive, because if you can force many turnovers, you can get some easy buckets on the offensive end, and there's a tough fadeaway jumper that does not fall for the Hoopers. And now the other way, Zoe Dorn over Tyrell Thompson, gets the rebound but gets rejected. Third chance shot, no good as well. Kipping unable to hit from deep. Europe the other way, or Hoopers the other way rather, and there is a one-handed jam from H-Town back to a 10-point lead.
Was Vincent Magic getting in on that block party as well on Zoe Dorn?
I believe, yes. Yep. Yes, that was Vincent Magic getting involved in there. Yep. Almighty Soul able to corral the rebound there.
I'd love the little guy getting in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely gotta love that, man. Let's see more of that. Final 5 seconds of the first quarter, hicking away here. Soul with it, pump fake goes up, circus layup, good.
See more of that from Almighty Soul.
Well, maybe not more of exactly that, but more points for sure. 21-13, SimWorld Europe ends the first quarter on top in this one. Can H-Town right the ship? Find out in the second quarter. Come on back, folks.
Remember those pesky squirrels?
Uh-huh.
Well, I trained them.
Fun! Squirrels cutting coupons.
Yep. It's going to save us a ton of money and time.
I love your brain, Bob.
Me too.
Enough! Your tyranny ends now, you filthy humans! Not up, my brothers!
You seem so cool!
Yeah!
Ow!
The day of the squirrel is upon us!
No!
YOLO!
Oh, it's biting my head! Oh, God, it's mating with my mouth. Mommy!
Just get it off!
Welcome back, everyone. Second quarter action. Get ready to begin here. You're out in the lead. 21-13 to begin the second quarter of play here. And in that first quarter, J-Rock, the big difference for me, looking back at it, rebounding. Central Europe dominated on the boards 11-4 in the first quarter. That's the big reason why they have the lead that they do right now.
Yes, it is. And I mean, if you're H-Town, of course, it's hard to, kind of be successful on the boards when you're battling a front line of Andre Ivanov and Zoe Dorn, but you have to find a way to be efficient on there, or else it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, exactly. It does not help things at all when you have those two kids in the paint trying to rebound over them, and Almighty Soul inside can't get the layup to go. We saw a poor pass from him in that last possession as well. And again, like we're talking about, J-Mo, all the tall trees in there, man. Problem.
Team World Europe just has a lot of stops.
They really do, and they use it effectively as well. That's Ivan Suslov, 6'11", at 16 years old. He's also one of the newcomers to Sim World Europe this season. And there's a block from Zoe Dorn on Tyrell Thompson. Sim World Europe back the other way with it. 2 points on the other end. That's Carlos Buffini.
Carlos Buffini, another guy for Sim World Europe who has started to gain some traction in college recruiting circles. Iowa has really been on his tail as of lately. He would fit in really nicely in Fran McCaffrey's system.
I'd like to see him in that Iowa black and yellow for sure. And there's Thompson with it. Now Soul on the outside. Shot clock winding down. Shot is up. Rattling in and out, but Thompson there on the glass. Up and in.
And H-Town overall tonight, they've just had such a hard time getting anything down low because of Sim World Europe's interior defense.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, everyone. Come right back. 5:82 left in the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. Timeout is over. We're getting set to resume play here. 10-point lead. Sim World Europe out in front still, 25-15. And we got some subs coming in for both sides. There's a three-pointer from Europe. No good. Getting the rebound there is Big Maury Washington. Ty Merca attempting the three.
H-Town bringing Maury Washington in, hoping maybe he can get something going against
Maury. Go ahead.
Ivanov and
yeah, they do need more size, and Maury brings a lot of that, and there is Maury Washington using his size, rising up with the one hand, that big pump out there, tapping it in. 25-17. They're definitely gonna need more size on the floor to contend with with Suslov and Dorn and Ivanov out on the floor. That's the big disadvantage right now, and Ivanov, size does not matter. He's able to finish over Maury Washington there. Back to 10.
Andre Ivanov is just the kind of player just on that level of you. There's no way you can really truly stop him because of everything he can do in that and at his size.
Yeah, never mind that it's tough to do at this level too. You know, these are all 15, 17-year-old kids. It's not like, you know, you're playing against other grown men out there. So when you add in that other caveat as well, makes it even more difficult to stop him too. Going and attacking the rack there. H-Town getting more points, but it's still a 10-point lead. They can't seem to cut it down past 10, Jim.
They're definitely gonna need to get a couple of stops strung together here as Ivanov misses a little pull-up one there.
Yeah, there's a stop there, and there's more points for H-Town. Johnny Hero with the layup there. They got it under 10. Got it under 10. 29-21, an 8-point Europe lead now, but with the way this is looking, it'll be 10 once again, and it will be thanks to the pick and roll. Suslov.
Love me a good pick and roll, D-Ron. I love it.
Pick and roll, one of my favorite plays in basketball. It's so simple, yet so complicated at the same time. East Town's going to take this as another timeout. I don't tell us to lead. We're going to take a quick one as well. 3:25 to go in the second quarter. Come on back for the rest of it, folks. Welcome back, everyone. Corey Yams back out there on the floor for a 10-point Europe lead. They need him, Almighty Soul. They need a lot of help right now. It's a total team effort for Europe on their side to begin the game. They got a 10-point lead, and they are rolling here in H-Town. Hero for three, short. Ivanov with the board. Coming the other way with it, and he's got some handles, too, on him for a kid his size. Great vision there to get the pass inside. Now Europe has the finish on the inside. Can't do it there. Tough shot over Tyrell Thompson, who gets the board and coming back the other way with it as well.
Yeah, if you're SimWorld Europe, I mean, like you said, they have just played. It's been a very well-balanced team effort tonight. And actually, no one on SimWorld Europe has scored above 6 points.
Yeah, very balanced attack. And when you do that, it's very difficult for a team to really key in on one player. Even though you have players who like to key in on more, as Merca can't get the three to fall there. H-Town back the other way. Pendergrass has it, takes the jumper, no good. Yams on the glass and gets the 2 point. Following his teammate's shot, way to get in position to grab the rebound. That's a big effort play from Yams. Took it right out of the other kid's hands there. Makes it an 8-point game again for SimWorld Europe. But it's back to 10 thanks to Andre Ivanov. The pass set him up for it though. The pass, the dunk, perfect.
Just when you think H-Town might be able to get some momentum or get the lead under double digits, Southwest Europe comes right back and counters.
Yeah, it's been that way the whole game pretty much. As soon as Europe got that 10-point lead, you saw that spinning layup there from J-Mo that got it to under 10 once again. But we got some more games coming up for you. Not tonight, but tomorrow. Tomorrow we have at SimWorld Atlantis. SimWorld Atlantis welcoming the AC aliens there. I'm an A's all mixed up there. That's the first game, ESPN 2 at 8 in the morning and at 11 in the morning. And then at 12 p.m. noon on ESPN 2, SimWorld Latin America taking on Lone Star Basketball Club. And then at 8 p.m., the lone SimWorld TV broadcast game of the night, Heartland Zombie Stars taking on Lakeshore Drive, and Drive will be at home at that beautiful new facility there, Olympus Coliseum.
Yeah, B-Ron, I believe we will be in Chi-Town to take in that ball game.
I believe he will be. Yeah, look, we gotta, get on the Super Jet as always, treats us real well, and get on over there and get ready for that game tomorrow. After we get out of here, of course. Still got a game here to go through, and Europe has looked really good throughout it. H-Town has looked good in spots, but not really enough to make a dent in this, what's been a 10-point lead for the most part. Though Buffini can't extend it there, and the Hoopers will have possession of it.
And like I was saying before that last timeout, B-Ron, Southwest Europe has just done a tremendous job of countering those plays where H-Town might have been able to take a little bit of momentum and swing it in their favor.
Yeah, what it is, sorry to cut you off, but what it is, they had an answer every time, oh my goodness.
Just like that.
Yeah, exactly, just like that, man. Samuel Kiffin throwing it down with one hand, but yes, they've had an answer every single time that H-Town has scored to get it under 10. They've answered back with one of their own and got it right back to 10. They can't seem to get it until, 8, 7, 6. They can't get it there. We're back down to 8 now, but you know what I mean. They can't get it past 8. That's their hurt right now. They can get it under 8 before halftime. They'll be in business, but not going to matter there. It's Ty America has a free lane to the basket, man.
Is it just me, or every time H-Town cuts the lead to 8, SimWorld Europe comes back down, runs that pick and roll, and instantly gets the 2 points?
Instantly. It seems like it. Instantly every time. Zoe Dorn inside, but back to Ivanov as it tipped away. And Ivanov paying off their hustle play, running after the pass, and ended up being in a good spot to get the deflection as well. Pass inside to Yang, working on Ivanov. Last shot of the quarter, no good. SimWorld Europe's going to take a 39-27 lead into the locker room. And really, it's been all Europe for the most part, J-Rock.
Yeah, Europe's been dominant on both ends of the floor, and H-Town has just not had an answer.
Yeah, they really haven't, and their biggest reason for that, in my opinion, been the ability to score effectively on the pick and roll and use it to perfection, really. As I said earlier, it's one of the more simple yet more complicated plays in basketball, because there's so many moving parts in that, many different directions you can go with that simple of a play. You're setting the screen for somebody, you can pass out of it, the screener can fade and get a shot. There's so many different ways you can go about it, and right now, 800 has no answer for the pick and roll. But we'll see if they have answers in the second half. Come back for it. We'll see if H-Town can cut the lead down and maybe get back in this ball game.
Look who's over there. He's walking.
So, what have I missed?
I'm sorry for all the things I've done and all the things that I put you through. The thought of you, I dream about you. The thought I think about you. I can't seem to stay from the thought of you.
Second half action getting ready to begin here, and SimWorld Europe has done a lot of leading throughout the majority of this game, and they're leading to begin the third quarter as well, 39-27. All right, J-Rock, let's not waste any time. H-Town is down by a good bit here, and what do they have to do, in your opinion, to start making a dent here in the second half and getting this lead cut down for Europe and making this a competitive game first?
They have got, H-Town has got to find a way to slow down SimWorld Europe on the pick and roll. Obviously, that is easier said than done. Oh my goodness, Corey Yams.
Yep. There goes that man again. There goes that man again.
Somebody good hit.
But anyway, J-Rock, continue your thought there if we were interrupted by the Corey Yams dunk.
But yeah, no, if you're H-Town, you got to find a way to slow down or stifle that pick and roll by SimWorld.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, to piggyback over that, how would you stop that or try to if you're H-Town? Tyrell Thompson gets himself on the board there, cuts it once again, back to what's that, 7?
I mean, like I said,
8.
If Europe's
Well, it's back 10. Back to 10. Turnaround jumper is good, and man, it's been a rough night for H-Town all game. And you know, we see Ivanov and Yams still going at it, and Yams doesn't win the matchup that time. But for Europe, what do they have to do as the floater goes? Carlos Buffini. And the floater to fall. What does Europe have to do to keep the lead where it is, and maybe even in some case extend it, and maybe really put this one away?
I'm SimWorld Europe, just keep doing exactly what you're doing. You know, spreading the ball around. You know, playing aggressive defense.
Oh,
and
Ivanov.
the ball.
Beat Corey down the floor that time, man. My goodness. Both of those kids are really tall, and they got long legs, but, you know, Ivanov, legs are a little bit longer, I guess, in that regard down the court that time. And he beat Corey and beats him there to the rebound as well, with the stop and the rebound. Going the other way with it is Europe.
And Andre Ivanov and Corey Yams, for the most part, have been matched up on each other. I think without a doubt, Andre Ivanov has been the better of the two within that matchup thus far tonight.
Yeah, in my opinion, definitely winning that matchup right now. We talked about it coming into the game. We're looking forward to seeing it, and it hasn't disappointed. But you know, it's been Ivanov really showing that he's got the better game tonight. Yams is doing his part, but it's tough when there's a lot of other things going on that make it a lot more difficult as well. You see the double team there on Ivanov. He's now commanding that double team, which is going to free up other players. A good hustle there to get back into the play defensively by Magic, but Ivanov with it. Jumper, no good. Yams contesting the shot, grabbing the rebound that time.
Instant Magic has definitely had his moments for H-Town tonight.
He has, and you see there the double team on Yams led to the kick out to J-Mo for three, but J-Mo couldn't get it to fall. And that's something that H-Town also really struggles with. They haven't had a lot of success shooting the three ball all season, it seems like. And, you know, we talked about it. Me and y'all talked about it on the SimWorld today. About, you know, players who were, you know, maybe missing in spots. And I think H-Town is missing Cam Jones as a shooter. They don't really have any reliable players who can shoot the ball effectively besides Donnie Hero.
Yeah, they are definitely
one player.
Yeah, they're definitely lacking when it comes to long-range shooting. But if you're at this point, you just got to find a way to adapt and still find a system that works for you. And I mean, like I said, you know, Gold Coast Lockdown, for instance, you know, one of the more successful teams in the league to this point. They're not really an outside shooting team. They have found a way and a system that works for them and wins them ball games. Each town just has to do the same thing. Find what works for them.
Yeah, exactly. Good contest, but second chance, but luck is also no good. And to give H-Town credit, they're hanging in the game, and they are definitely scrapping and fighting for rebounds and doing what they can to try to keep the game close and in between that 10 and 8 point range as Thompson gets the hook shot to go to make it 8. (45-37). You're still out in front. There's more defense there from Corey Yams, and that's a good stop. The second stop in a row there, and unfortunately, can't get the points on the other end.
If you're H-Town, you gotta capitalize on that situation. You absolutely have to.
Especially when your defense is getting stopped like they are right now. Buffini back to Merca. Merca using the screen from Ivanov. He's got the mismatch, got Yams on him. Yams now. Ivanov mismatch on Magic, and that is just easy money. That's what we call the Biz Barbecue Chicken Cakes.
Woo!
There's a timeout there from the Hoopers, a 10-point Europe lead, 47-37. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Come right back for the rest of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. SimWorld Europe still out in front. We saw them very happy there as they were coming off the court there for the timeout, and they got a lot of positive energy going their way. H-Town is struggling to really get any kind of energy. Every time they do, it's been snapped right back by SimWorld Europe here in this game. It's a 10-point lead. Make it 12. Thanks to Carlos Buffini. He gets that layup to go. Buffini, one of the, as Eli likes to call them, SimWorld veterans of the SimWorld Europe team. I believe this is his second season with SimWorld Europe, maybe even his third, count the Ground Zero season there. And Soul with the and one. That'll help little bit. Back to 10. Now they got to cut it to 9 here with the free throw coming up.
Put some soul on it.
Absolutely, J-Rock. Look, they're going to need a lot more from him. Look, form a Soul Train line, do something, figure it out, man. But 49-39, they need a lot more from everybody as the free throw goes from Soul, making it a 9-point lead. Again, for majority of this game, once Symbol Europe got the lead to 10, it's been hovering between 12 and 9 and 8 points.
Yeah, it's been hovering around in the same range, like you said, but any time H-Town's gotten it under 10, Europe just instantly gets it back to double digits.
Yeah, exactly. They can't seem to find a way to get some energy going their way, and there is a pass that was swatted out of the air, and now Europe back the other way with it. 3 from Hughes, no good, but there on the glass, Zodorn able to get the steal, but can't get the turnaround hook shot layup to go. That's something that you got to just turn around. You see the basket there, go up strong with it. The layup was unnecessary. The final couple seconds here of the third quarter. Taking away, Derek. My apologies. Let's get through the third quarter, then I'll get back to you. I got you, my friend. I got you. Final seconds here of the quarter. Soul up and in. 0.3 seconds left in the third quarter, and that's going to help them a little bit, but still got some work to do. Symbol Europe leading 51-42. It's a single-digit lead for Symbol Europe. They'll have to try to hold on. H-Town got to figure out how to get it down to 1 and get the lead back. We'll see if they can do it. Fourth quarter coming at you. That was real quick.
RSK, let it play, boy.
Put those scores up, folks. It is fourth quarter time. 51-42. Symbol Europe out in front. H-Town trying to get the home crowd back in their good graces, and that's gonna help a little bit. Oh, it's the spinning dunk there from Almighty Soul. Gonna give him a free throw opportunity here and cut the lead down to more at 51-44 now. Free throw will make it 45 points for the Hoopers.
All I got to say. All I got to say on that one.
What a way to start the fourth quarter, man. H-Town needed something, and sometimes, getting the crowd back into it is also going to help. Unfortunately, the free throw does not fall for Soul.
He got the 360 on that. Dang.
Really did. But here is Kipping. Hop step, layup, good.
Kipping is another guy who has had his moments tonight, not scored a lot, but he's got his buckets, when his number's been called.
Yeah, and that's a poor attempt there on alley-oop. The pass was fine. The catch from Magic there was not the greatest. Maybe a little bit of fumbling there of the pass, but the result in the turnover all the same. Luckily for them, though, Europe unable to score on it. See Yams trying to establish position inside. Gets it out to Yams, who's on the perimeter. Don't want him out here with the ball. Shot clock winding down inside the Soul, guarded by Dorn. No good. Dorn grabbing the rebound.
Though Dorn has been a great defender for SimWorld Europe thus far this season, averaging 2 steals a game along with 1 block. So getting it done on both ends of the floor.
And speaking of getting done, Ivan Soslov there got it done there as well. My goodness. Quick spin move into the hook shot there. Very nice. Now Soul with it, trying to get by Kipping. He does so and gets 2 points somehow as well. Man, over Kipping and Suslov. That's not easy to do with those 2 kids being in his way like that. As Hughes tries to score, can't get it to go there. Ethan Carter now, all in his hands. Gets it over to Almighty Soul. Soul being guarded by Kipping with it inside to Hughes. Carter for 3, no good. H-Town is struggling from deep all game long, and I think at some point, you know, those three-pointers, the lack of shooting success there has hurt them a lot in this one. And there's a 2-pointer from Europe, and look, they'll have another chance of 2 points the old-fashioned way from about 3 points. And Suslov here is going to get a free throw opportunity here.
Suslov himself has been another big for Europe who's had a great night.
Yeah. You really have him and Ivanov are an insanely tough duo to have down there in the paint. It's one of those things of, you know, pick your poison. For sure, Ivanov may be the household name of the team, if you will, but Suslov is just as good in his own right. And he'll make you remember him for sure, and he's doing that here in this game tonight. Soul on the inside, getting right by Suslov and scoring. And again, 10-point lead for SimWorld Europe. Make it 12. Make it 12. Ivan Suslov.
SimWorld Europe just having their way tonight with H-Town.
They really are. Suslov with the steal back the other way. There's a foul on Ty Murica. As we'll see Murica go to the line for 2 here. As the Boo Birds are out and they are loud, and these H-Town fans are not happy at all. They expected better from their squad tonight, and they have not gotten it.
Vincent Magic was not happy after that foul call there. He's got to be careful he doesn't catch a flagrant technical foul.
Yeah, got to be careful showing your emotions like that, but, you know, I get it. You've been, let's call it like it is. I think they've been dominated for the majority of this game, J-Rock. Sure, it hasn't been a 20-point lead, but it's felt like it because every time they've tried to get back in the game, they can't string anything together. And that's frustrating. So I understand the emotion there. But like you said, yes, you have to keep it in check. You have to not let that get to you so much. And Almighty Soul continuing to work here, doing his part, making sure it doesn't get too far out of hand. But they need to stop defensively, J-Rock.
Now, Almighty Soul, he has been really the only one going for H-Town in this 4th quarter. They keep feeding him the ball and see what more he can do.
Yeah, until they can stop you, and can't stop the offense of SimWorld Europe. As that was Suslov going. That was not driving off. My apologies. Going by Corian, winning that matchup once again. There's Soul with it though on the inside. Kick out to J-Mo, back over to Yams with it. Pendergrass over to Magic. Soul rather gets blocked. Take a quick break. Come right back.
Well, we did it. We seal the bad out and the good in. Take a second and look around you. Go ahead. We have everything we've always wanted. We'll want for nothing.
Excuse me. I really love it here.
Thank you.
We have all these beautiful avocados from Mexico, but where are the chips?
I'm sorry?
The chips are outside.
Why are they out?
The chips are outside!
I want a Chris Elliott autograph. Hi.
Wait! Please, avocados taste great on lots of things. See? Avocado toast. We can still make this work.
Oh, Wi-Fi's down.
No.
Avocados from Mexico.
Welcome back, everyone. 64-50, Europe in the lead. I know we're getting down towards the latter half of this game, J-Rock. Let's talk player of the game. Who to be right now if the lead were to hold for Europe and they were able to win this game, in your opinion? As for me, I'm going with Andre Ivanov.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, you could make a case for either Ivan Suslov or Andre Ivanov, but I'm with you, B-Ron. I think you got to go Andre Ivanov. I mean, just everything he has been able to do inside, mid-range. You know, he's done a great job defending Corey Yams. I mean, you got to give it to Ivanov.
Absolutely. There's another steal from Ivanov there as he's lurking the passing lane, looking like a safety out there. Stealing the pass from the other way with it and throwing the lob and throwing it down is Ivanov. The Mirka to Ivanov connection. What a play right there. Beautifully executed all around from both sides. Harold Thompson can't get the fadeaway jumper to fall as Suslov grabs the rebound. And this has been one of those games where, you know, neither team has shot the three ball well, but for H-Town, that's been one of those things where when the league gets to a certain point, you need those chunk points. And threes are your chunk points in basketball. And they are 0 for 9 from three-point land tonight. Not a single three. Now, to be fair, again, Bears only hit one, but they've been winning the majority of this game. They haven't needed to hit threes. H-Town needs those three-pointers. They haven't hit a single one.
Yeah, like you said, SimWorld Europe has not had the need to shoot from deep. You know, they've been efficient, you know, with in the mid-range and getting the ball inside all night. Like, they got a mismatch right now with Ivanov in the post.
Yeah, you got to draw on the double team, tie it up as well. It's a jump ball, but unfortunately the problem is Ivanov going to be taking the jump ball with Anthony Johnson over there, and good luck.
This is not even going to be fair.
No, but look, give credit where it's due. It's a good hustle play from Johnson to tie it up and slow the game down just a little bit. Free ball, though, no good from Buffini, but, you know, 70-50, it's now a 20-point lead. I believe this is the biggest of the game so far for SimWorld Europe.
They got Jose Angel Camacho matched up on Corey Yams. Interesting matchup there.
Yeah, when you're down at this point of the game, these things about wrapped up. You can get some other players some playing time, and maybe you look at that from both sides at this point. And this is going to be a tough one for H-Town to swallow, really. You know, first game after Coach Ballerz retirement, stepping down. You know, don't want to come out and play like this. And this is not what the H-Town faithful were expecting. This isn't what anybody was expecting from H-Town in this game. But this is a tough H-Town team regardless, though. I think they'll be fine as Hero fires a three, short on that one.
Yeah, if you're H-Town, they just have to put this one behind them, move on, and just prepare for your next game.
Yeah,
put this in the rearview mirror.
Absolutely, but Sim World Europe tonight, they've looked like they are one of the best teams in the league, and look at their record. They're 4-1 coming into the game. They'll move to 5-1 with the win here tonight. H-Town's going to fall to 2-4 on the season. This will give them, this will put Europe back in the win column after losing their last game to Indy, 82-75. They are tied for first in that intercontinental region with SimWorld Atlantis, as we'll tick the final 10 seconds away here of the game. Again, SimWorld Europe looked really good in this one all night. H-Town had spots, but just couldn't get over the hump of that, 10, 8-point window they really needed to. So this one's gone final, everyone. 70-52. SimWorld Europe out in front, victorious in this one. For J-Rock, our production crew here on SimWorld TV, I'm Miron. Remember, you guys, SimWorld is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock for Lakeshore Drive's home game.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.